Good day, students. I am your teacher in MAPE Grade 8, Teacher Michelle Himulatan. And today's lesson, we're going to tackle about the prevention of substance use and abuse. To start our lesson for today, let us watch a short video.
It may seem common for young people to experiment with different substances, like vaping, weed, tobacco, Molly, and alcohol. Some may even consider hard drugs such as cocaine, meth, or opioids like heroin. Regardless of the substance, if it's not prescribed by a doctor and taken as prescribed, experimenting with substances can have negative effects. Meet Jeremiah. Jeremiah hangs out with his friends on the weekends. They drink alcohol and occasionally smoke marijuana to relax and get away from the stresses of life and school. One time at a party, Jeremiah smoked something a girl handed to him, not knowing what it was. Later, he found out that it was K2, a synthetic type of weed. His friends told him that he was hilarious and started acting crazy, and that they couldn't wait to party with him again. Jeremiah was concerned because he has no memory of what happened. He wants to be with his friends and have a good time, but he hated not remembering and doesn't want to take another substance like that again. He also feels new pressure to be the life of the party and act a certain way. What happened to Jeremiah is all too common. You start out taking one substance and end up taking something else. A danger in using any substance that isn't prescribed to you is not knowing exactly what it is you're taking and how it will impact you. Unfortunately, young people are being exposed to substances that can have dangerous physical and mental health consequences. As a good rule of thumb, if a drug isn't prescribed to you, you shouldn't take it. Pretty quickly, what feels like casual or experimental substance use can turn into a substance use problem, which has long-lasting and negative consequences. Before you decide to use a substance, know the risks and potential consequences, or reach out to a counselor to talk about it.
After answering those questions, we can now start our topic for today. Our topic is all about prevention of substance use and abuse. We have what we call the gateway drug. It is used to describe any drug that a non-drug user might try out that can lead to the consumption of a more dangerous drug. Cigarettes and alcohol are gateway drugs. Gateway drugs are legal drugs that are readily accessible, and people who abuse more dangerous drugs, such as marijuana and shabu, often start from cigarette smoking and drinking alcohol. Meaning, it is a habit-forming substances that give way to more severe drug use down the road. Tobacco. It is a tall, leafy plant originally grown in South and Central America. There are many species of tobacco, but Nicotiana tabacum, or sometimes called common tobacco, is preferred for producing present-day cigarettes. So what are the chemicals found in tobacco? So we have carcinogens, nicotine, and stimulants. There are three smokes produced by cigarette smoking. Number one is we have the mainstream smoke. It refers specifically to the smoke that a smoker directly inhales. Then the side stream smoke is the smoke that comes out of the lighted end of a cigarette pipe. This is the more dangerous than mainstream smoke because it is not filtered and it is easily absorbed by body cells. It also contains more carcinogens. And the last one is we have the third-hand smoke. Smoke left for a long time on sofa, beddings, pillow, and other objects. This smoke, also called residual tobacco smoke, or the RTS, settles along with dust and can last for months. How smoking affect your health? There are many diseases that can affect our health. So these pictures you have seen are pictures of a smoker person. As you see, the teeth, the tongue, the neck, and also it gives complication with a pregnant women. And the next picture that you're going to see is the smoker's body that will happen to the body of a smoker. So what are the major diseases that is caused by smoking are classified as follow. Number 1, we have cancer, like lung cancer, bladder cancer, blood cancer, and cervix cancer. And number 2, we have the COPD or the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And number 3, the heart disease. And number 4, but not the least, is the pregnancy complications. There are major components of cigarette smoke. So first, we have the tar. Okay, that is the yellow color, the light yellow. And next is we have the nicotine. It is the sensation to relieve withdrawal symptoms or the light shade of the family of plants, and it is widely used recreational. Then the carbon monoxide, which is an odorless and colorless gas formed by the incomplete combustion of fuel. Then why do teens smoke? That is the question now. So there are so many reasons why do teens smoke. First is curiosity. Maybe because they are curious on the feelings of the one who is or using this one, then to feel good, reduce stress or relaxed, to fit in, di ba? Makiuso, to feel older, para lugar ingnon nga adult. And what are the control? So, mga angay buhaton, control of cigarette smoking. So, first, what are going to do is, do not let your parents or other adults send you to buy cigarettes, no? So, dili pwede nga suguon ta sa tong mama o papa. So, we can say no for that. Suguon ta mato sa tindahan kay magpalit og sigarilyo. And the next one is, ask your parents or other adults at home not to smoke in front of you. And of course, learn to say no. Smoking is not cool. Be productive. Be empowered. Always think positive. Plan to quit smoking. Consider your diet. Know when you crave cigarettes. Get some support, maybe from your family or for your friends. Get moving or engage in sports. Make non-smoking friends. Keep your hands and mouth busy. And lastly, make a list of reasons to quit. There are policies and laws against cigarette smoking. So we have Republic Act 8749 state that in public places and public conveyances are prohibited. We have also the Republic Act of 9211, known as the Tobacco Regulation Act of 2003, the law governing tobacco production and distribution to the public consumer, that is going to read in Section 5, which is smoking ban in public places. In Section 9, the minimum age sale. And Section 10, sale of tobacco products within school perimeters. And that is for the cigarette smoking topic. Let's now proceed to drinking alcohol. So, there are many kinds of alcohol. So, what is an alcohol? So, alcohol is a colorless, bitter tasting substance that humans had been consuming since ancient times. It comes from plants that underwent fermentation. So there are three types of alcohol. Number one is we have the ethanol or the beverages. And then methanol. Industrial solvent, example, the paint remover and photocopier developers. And then we have the isopropyl, also called isopropanol or rubbing alcohol. So, isopropyl and methanol is which both are used in laboratories and are poisonous and fatal of it taken. So, the alcohol path, so it is from the mouth and then going to your liver and then to your small intestine. So, this is the alcohol path, yung dadaanan po ng ating iniinom na alcohol. So, next is from small your intestine and then going to your brain and then to your heart and to your kidneys. So there is a question, why people drink alcoholic beverage? So there are so many reasons. Number one is pressure. Two, adulthood and maturity. Number three, escape problems. Four, to relax. And so there are long-term effects of alcohol drinking. Number one is tolerance. When you start, you cannot stop. B, dependence. C, psychosis. Brain damage. Some alternatives in preventing alcohol abuse. Useful activities like leisure, sports, pastime activities, animal racings. Sa mga organizations, we have Mamayan Ayaw sa Droga, Sangguniang Kabataan, Purok Leaders, How to Control Consumption. Don't keep alcohol at home. So, wag po tayong maglagay ng mga alcohol sa bahay. Do not let your parents or other adults send you to buy alcohol. Surround yourself with non-drinkers. Know the consequences of alcohol use. Ways to say no to alcohol. I'm studying. You can say I'm studying so that you can avoid drinking alcohol. I don't drink. I'm a minor. I'm underage. No, thank you. I'd rather get a soda. Thanks. Sorry, I'm allergic to alcohol. It's the end of our topic. Let's now proceed to our learning activities in Health 8. So, you have to read the following activities. So, we have learning activity 1. You have to read and you have to answer the letter of the correct answer. So, read each carefully and use the letter of your best answer. So, we have also number 6, number 7, and number 8. Then 9, 10. And next is we have the learning activity 2. So, there is a direction. Write a crucic poem. No, you're going to write a poems about smoking and alcohol. Then learning activity 3. So read the situation below based on the steps to avoid temptation in the drinking alcohol beverages and smoking cigarettes. So how are you going to handle? You have to write your answer. And this is the criteria for your learning activity 4. Draw and or paint an artwork that depicts the cost and effects of alcohol drinking and cigarette smoking on a piece of bond paper. So then whatever you have learned for today, you can type your answer on the comment box below. And that's all for today. Thank you and God bless.